It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming!
Stay up to date with all that's happening with the new national party, NNP. Send us a message via text or WhatsApp on 405-8683 with your name, email, and constituency. Stay in the know with NNP. Get updated. On Friday, May 10th, the most anticipated food and drink event is upon us again as the RGPF Police Week Comedy presents Food Fest 2019. Pearls Strip is the venue as the clubs of the RGPF join forces with the Grenada Customs, Her Majesty's Prison, and the Grenada Airports Authority, and will all compete for culinary supremacy. From 12 midday, food goes on sale. Each participating club will prepare and present a variety of local dishes, which will be judged and critiqued based on taste, presentation, use of ingredients, and applied knowledge. I'm telling you, these guys and girls could cook. And as evening simmers in, the action gets turned up with music, top DJs, artists, live band, queen and king contestant appearances. Food Fest 2019, Pearls Strip, Friday, 10th May. The perfect family event.
The eyes of the world are on us more than ever. So let's take it to them. Saturday, May 4th, the Spice Mass Corporation launches Spice Mass 2019. The Caribbean's biggest summer festival. This year's launch starts with a roadshow from Ariza Car Park to the National Stadium from 3 p.m. Bring out your last year's costume and join the parade. It's one big experience with a display of fancy math, traditional math, Moko Jambi, and the most envied Jab Jab. The official opening is at the National Stadium, featuring your favorite soca artists and DJs, Calypso Monarch, Steel Pan Champions, and presentations of the 2019 Carnival Queen contestants, plus displays of 2019 costumes, SMC show tickets, and other attractions to be won. Saturday, May 4th, the National Stadium, the launch of Spice Mass 2019. Bring out the entire family. Log on to spicemassgrenada.com for more.
Trade Minister begins outreach programs to create better working relationships with the business community. Details to this story and more in the National Report. Welcome back. With the National Report for Friday, March 29th, I am Sherian Noel. The Ministry for Trade, Industry, Cooperatives and CARICOM Affairs has kicked off an outreach program, which Honorable Minister Oliver Joseph says is designed to respond to the concerns raised in the business environment. It began on Friday with a tour of businesses at the industrial park of the frequency-based Grenada Investment Development Corporation. The visit, the minister says, is to stimulate dialogue and forge a better working relationship with the business community.
We're going to visit the businesses located in this area to hear their concerns, to tell them what government plans are. So it's an interaction that the ministry plans starting here in this industrial park. I will be going right throughout the entire island, meeting with businesses. Based on this suggestion, we will develop a plan that will address some of the issues that are raised. So really, when we hear the concerns and what they want to see, the ministry will then sit down and put a plan together, send it back to them and call them to a consultation so that before the next budget in November. So we started early because we want to have a plan before the next budget. That's the target date, to visit all the businesses before November so that budget time we can report and what are the, or recommend this from them, what kind of support measures they need that could go into the budget.
Chief Executive Officer of the GIDC, Ronald Theodore, says at present there are 45 tenants within the Frequency Industrial Park.
The industrial parks continue to be a significant asset to GIDC.
Located in this park, so we have the Frequency Industrial Park, the Simone Industrial Park, and St. Patrick's. I mentioned we have 45 tenants. This park is 19 acres of land, right? And in terms of the buildings, the largest building we have is about 33,000 square feet of space. And in terms of the businesses, we have a wide range of businesses within the park, from manufacturing to the call center, BPO type operations, to storage, persons doing storage, and so. So yes, the park continues to be on our major revenue basis, and we continue to maintain. For 2019, we want to continue to maintain the park to standard, because it does contribute significantly to GIDC.
He is confident the outreach program will have a positive impact on the business environment.
It's good to collaborate. Working together works, right? GIDC is not in this alone. All the businesses that are in here, we want to make sure that they grow from strength to strength. So we want to make sure that these businesses become more export ready. And most of the assistance are provided by trade and so forth. It all go well to those businesses in terms of making them become more export ready. And so we do see the outreach like this today as an important one, and we want to see more of this happening.
The businesses visited on the first leg of the outreach program included Spice Island Coffee, Longdon Windows, Arawak Island, St. Lou Metal, and Nabela. Larry Carter, manager of Nabela, says the company, which began at the Simone Industrial Park, has been based at the Frequency Industrial Park for the past 15 years, during which time the GIDC and government gave tremendous support to their growth and development.
GIDC has played a very important role in the success of our business. I know we have a rep here, but I can say that they've supported us quite good. And I want to say that, they've actually given us a fair amount of support. I would like to say thanks to the Minister, Minister Joseph, for representing the government and for passing through the park, because I think this area is one of the areas that is key to the manufacturing industry.
Colleagues, change is never easy. But as a people, as an intelligent people, we have to make risk assessments. We have to determine, if we continue along the same path, would we get a different result or would we get a worse result? And we are confident that there must be changes to be made to NIS.
That was Trade Union Representative in the Senate, Andre Lewis, speaking at Thursday's consultation on the National Insurance Scheme's Improvement and Sustainability Plan. It was announced during the consultation that the NIS contributions will increase by 2%, taking salary deductions from 9% to 11% to be split between the employer and the employee. Added to that, the age of retirement will gradually increase to 65. Senator Lewis believes this move has been long overdue and is happy to see the NIS taking the matter of sustainability more seriously. He implored upon the working class to see these new actions as necessary for the benefit of all.
Many times we take sort of individual positions and do not see what we put out as an investment. Some may require probably a change in age of retirement. Some may require a higher contribution, but see this as an investment in their future.
That was Trade Union Representative in the Upper House, Senator Andre Lewis. This is the National Report. More news after the break.
After 4 weeks of preliminary qualifiers, after 4 zonal meets, it all comes down to this one incredible day of exciting track and field action. It's the National Secondary School Games Grand Finals. The Eastern, Western, Northern, and Southern zones will face off. Kiwani James Athletic Stadium, Friday, April 5th from 10 a.m. Excitement, tension, drama. The athletes will throw further, jump higher, and run faster. And inspirational halftime performances from Dash, Vaughn, and Mr. Killer. Witness poetry in motion, the fluidity of form and class. National Secondary School Games, the championship. Come feel the rhythm of the games.
Welcome back. The Business Support Center, presently being retrofitted on the lower floor of the pavilion at the Alston George Park in Victoria, is nearing completion. Youth Minister Honorable Keith Lewis visited the project on Friday to assess the progress of the work. Contractor Allington John explains the scope of work presently being carried out and stated his target date for completion is April 5th, 2019.
For the past 3 weeks, we've been going steady, trying to push this work further to get it where it is at this point in time. The work that already done, we change 4 windows, all them doors. We do some interior wall inside, some sheetrock inside. And right now we are at the stage of painting. All the electrical work almost done already. The AC is 95%. The light fixtures is 85%. We did some casting on the foundation of the walk to get to the building. And right now we're in the boiling down stage to get this work done.
Minister Lewis is pleased with the progress of the work and says once in operation, the facility will be used to conduct training in varying areas to ensure young people with entrepreneurial interests can benefit holistically from the project.
What you would see there is a space for the manager, a consultant who will be there positioned to direct the training that will be taking place. We will have our receptionist secretary who will be there to welcome the persons who are interested and who are seeking information about their small business. We'll also have a conference room where we'll have training taking place, and also a kitchenette facilities for our small staff that will be here at the support center.
The youth minister says she is satisfied with the efforts of the contractor and his team and is looking forward to the launch by mid-April.
By mid-April, we should be able to launch our first business support center together with the rebranding of our WEI business program into WeiVybz. We want to encourage more people to take part in entrepreneurial activities. We were existing under the Grenada Youth Enterprise Initiative, but we want to get out there more to the public. So as a result, we decided to rebrand WeiVybz, young, unique and talented youth interested in small business. And as a result of that, this is why we decide to be different. You'll see a new logo, new colors, something that is more appealing to young people to encourage them to get into entrepreneurial activities.
The Business Support Center will be catering for residents of St. John, St. Mark and St. Patrick. The fourth meeting of ministers and high-level authorities of social development wrapped up in Guatemala City, Guatemala. Grenada's ambassador to the U.S. and permanent representative to the OAS, Ms. Yolande Smith, attended the meeting in her capacity as chair of the Inter-American Council for Integral Development, CIDI. The meeting falls under the purview of the CIDI, and Grenada's Ministry of Social Development has prepared a presentation on the SEED program as part of the 7th plenary session under the theme, The Role of ICT as Tools to Eradicate Poverty. The meeting was scheduled to adopt the draft Inter-American Declaration on Social Development Priorities as well as the draft Plan of Action of Guatemala 2019. The Ministry of Social Development provided comments on the draft declaration, which was circulated to member states for comments during the drafting stage. Other CARICOM countries represented at the Guatemala meeting were Jamaica, Barbados, Suriname, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. A number of regional and international agencies were also represented at the meeting, including Economic Commission for Latin America and the Caribbean, ECLAC, and the World Bank. The meeting was held under the theme Equity and Social Inclusion, Overcoming Multidimensional Poverty and Bridging Social Equity Gaps towards an Inter-American Agenda on Social Development. This brings us to the end of the National Report for Friday, March 29th. Recapping the top story. Trade Minister begins outreach program to create better working relationships with the business community. I am Sherry Ann Noel, thanking you for viewing.
On Friday, May 10th, the most anticipated food and drink event is upon us again as the RGPF Police Week Comedy presents Food Fest 2019. Pearls Strip is the venue as the clubs of the RGPF join forces with the Grenada Customs, Her Majesty's Prison, and the Grenada Airports Authority, and will all compete for culinary supremacy. From 12 midday, food goes on sale. Each participating club will prepare and present a variety of local dishes, which will be judged and critiqued based on taste, presentation, use of ingredients, and applied knowledge. I'm telling you, these guys and girls could cook. And as evening simmers in, the action gets turned up with music, top DJs, artists, live band, queen and king contestant appearances. Food Fest 2019, Pearls Strip, Friday, 10th May. The perfect family event.
The eyes of the world are on us more than ever. So let's take it to them. Saturday, May 4th, the Spice Mass Corporation launches Spice Mass 2019. The Caribbean's biggest summer festival. This year's launch starts with a roadshow from Ariza Car Park to the National Stadium from 3 p.m. Bring out your last year's costume and join the parade. It's one big experience with a display of fancy math, traditional math, Moko Jambi, and the most envied Jab Jab. The official opening is at the National Stadium, featuring your favorite soca artists and DJ, Calypso Monarch, Steel Pan Champion, and presentations of the 2019 Carnival Queen contestants, plus displays of 2019 costumes, SMC show tickets, and other attractions to be won. Saturday, May 4th, the National Stadium, the launch of Spice Mass 2019. Bring out the entire family. Log on to spicemassgrenada.com for more.
It is said that education is the key to success. The Grenada Development Bank believes this to be the truth. Hence the reason we have made it our prerogative to ensure that your key is in safe hands with us. Here is how you can unlock your success with an education loan from the GDB. We offer you 3 loan options. We've got our regular student loan, our work-study student loan, and our special student loan. Our regular student loan is for persons who wish to pursue full-time tertiary level education. If you are a permanent employee who wish to study while continuing your employment, then our work-study loan is for you. Our special student loan is in collaboration with the Government of Grenada, geared towards vulnerable persons who would like to pursue higher level education. Remember, you must have proof of admission from a recognized institution here at home or abroad. All our loans are 100% financing with interest rates as low as 5%. Get your funding from GDB today for your tertiary level education, your technical training or vocational training, even professional development, with up to 12 years to repay. Your future success is today. Grab it now.
You're listening to Hard Talk Grenada via www.hardtalkgrenada.com.
Good morning to you, Grenada, Carriacou, and Pity Martinique. Once again, it is time for Hard Talk. My name is Sheldon Scott. I'll be joined shortly by Mr. Devon Romain. He's running a bit late this morning due to no fault of his own, but he'll be here. Remember in the Pan Man this morning? Yes, and we say a special good morning to all the listeners via the various radio stations. Those of you who are listening via 97.5 City Sound FM, broadcasting out of beautiful River Road, St. George, saying a special good morning to the staff down there. Hope you all are having a fabulous morning. Yeah, nice. Also, good morning to my friends at CRFM. Good morning to you, Campesh. Mr. Royal Garth, as glorious Grenadian, good morning to you. For the radio station with the most beautiful view. Believe me, enviable. Good morning to my brothers and sisters out there on the Sister Isles of Carriacou, recuperating from the Maroon Festival on the weekend. Here you all had a wonderful time. Food, family, and fun. Remembering the culture, yeah?
It's a musical mystery. What all they offer is panorama.
And of course, our good friends out there in Brooklyn. WeiVybz Radio, the WeiVybz family. And saying good morning to all our listeners via the 94.9 noise radio frequency out there in Brooklyn. Good morning to you, Wade, and Lady Fran, Captain, Kathy, Zingo, Muscles. We know that you're muscling it around in the kitchen this morning. Say good morning to the staff, bro. Good morning to you, Beverly. To Ian out there in Canada, good morning to you. Good morning to Patricia and Matthew. We know you're grabbing the first part of the program before you head on out to work. So we're saying a very special good morning to you early up in the program. To our friends out there in Europe. Good friends who are listening out in Nigeria and so on. Those of you in Tanzania. Yeah, Hard Talk is international, you know. Yeah, I got friends in those countries and they do listen to Hard Talk. They love the Grenadian vibe, yeah?
We don't fear.
Ooh, Marissa, good morning to you out there in Europe. I ain't gonna spread which country you're in. But it's late evening there already, isn't it? Good morning to you and your beautiful daughter. Hope you're having a fabulous day today. A summer day, eh? It's a short pants day today. To our friends in Switzerland, Sweden, wherever you are, we say a very special, glorious Grenadian good morning to you. It's a beautiful, beautiful Monday morning here in Grenada. A back to school Monday. So all the young ones are out to school. With the exception of the St. Andrew Methodist School, eh? Yeah, the St. Andrew Methodist School, they have postponed classes indefinitely due to the collapse of a water tank on the school compound. Yeah, over the holiday season, there was an instance of that collapsing. So they're trying to make sure everything is okay at the school before they allow the children back in. It would be inconsiderate and irresponsible to send the children back to the school until you have done such an assessment and you are certain on the assessment that you're doing. Because what you're doing is you're sending children into a situation that could possibly endanger them. Yeah? Life or limb. So they have asked that the school remain closed for the time being. The school is closed for the time being. And they will be giving further information. The Ministry of Education, along with the Ministry of Works, they are working steadfastly to check on the school to make sure everything is okay so that the children can go back out. Yeah? Because remember, this is the final term of the school year. Don't want to have any kind of mishaps, anything happening. Want to be sure that the children are okay and that the children are safe. Safety first. The ministry also, they set up a unit that is going around to the schools to do assessments along with the Ministry of Works. Remember, the Ministry of Education, they're educators, but the Ministry of Works, they have engineers and so on, structural engineers, etc., who are doing an assessment, not going to be doing an assessment, who are already doing an assessment of all the schools in the state of Grenada. So when I say the state of Grenada, I know that means Petit Martinique, Carriacou, and Grenada, right? Yeah, even if we had a school on Isle of Run, they're doing an assessment of that too. The only school they ain't doing assessment of is School of Fish. All right, nice, yeah. Good morning to you, Hannah. A belated happy birthday to you, my dear. Also, let me say a belated happy birthday to the Honorable Kate Skeeter Lewis. Her birthday was on Saturday. I also say congratulations to her. Beverly, good morning. Yeah, Marissa, I see you. Let me say a special good morning to the staff out there at Cooperative Bank. Grenada's own local homegrown bank. So I'm saying a very special good morning to the staff out there at Cooperative Bank this morning. The staff at Republic Bank Grenada Limited, good morning. You know, those at First Caribbean go upset with me, and if I pass across, they won't give me talk if I don't say good morning to them as well. Scotiabank, good morning. And RBTT. And to all the credit unions, good morning to all of you. And to the staff at the National Insurance Scheme, we say a special good morning to you. I know you all have been under the microscope of late. You all have been handling well. I must say that, yeah? It is my intention to have someone from the National Insurance Scheme inside with us to speak soon. It's up to them when they're willing to send the person. We have to speak a bit about the National Insurance Scheme, what are the benefits, etc., etc., etc. So I had mentioned that before, have made contact. Yeah, when you hear the steel pan, it's just lovely, isn't it? Yeah, yeah, just lovely. But you know what? There are tunes that we have in Grenada that when you listen to them, they just go beyond, you know? Yeah.
Lord, 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 holy we jamming. Lord, Lord, holy we.
Let me say a special good morning to you, Miss Helen Marie. And I do hope you have a fabulous day today. Huh? I know you had a fabulous night Saturday night. The launch of Birds of a Feather. It's time to get in your section with Helen Marie. You've got AJ and Associates.
Plus 2 ladies.
We know Penny and Associates, and so out of they're from Boca somewhere there. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with
Snug corner area there.
Nothing wrong with that. If I filter around in the band.
There's enough to go around for everybody. Whether you want to play with Zenova, you want to play with Lavish, you want to play with, the original crew themselves, Summer Crew,
Ask why.
There's enough to go around. That's why I'm wondering why some people want to throw talk on people and about this costume and that costume. Stupidness, man. Well, I have to say to some people it's simply this, and I've said it online, I've said it to individuals, I'll say it on air. If you find a costume don't look good as yours that you create, build your costume in Grenada and go in competition. Enter into the competition. Don't have mouth and can't back it up. Come in the competition and take it out on the road. The culture will benefit as well as the spectators will benefit, yeah?
Left, right, woman, and man shaking. Anyway, I'm in the big jump fast. Lord, Lord, holy we jamming. Lord, 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 holy we winding. Lord, Lord, holy we jamming. Left, right, woman, man shaking. Anyway, I'm in the big jump fast. Lord, Lord, holy we winding.
Yeah, so once again, Helen, Birds of a Feather. Tell you, I can't make up my mind, you know. There are certain sections there. I ain't going and say nothing biased there, and next thing people that buy out that section. But I could tell you which 2 sections selling out first, you know. Nice. I was just kind of holding the fort until our good friend Devon arrived.
Most energetic, most vibes, and pure bacchanal. I'm feeling free, no luggage.
The reigning groovy monarch of Grenada.
Party this year for myself and leave out my friends, especially the
a member of the Royal Grenada Police Force.
I cannot understand how someone can do such thing and still enjoy themselves. This year catch me by myself. Boom, and never me alone. On the road and I don't need no company.
Spice Mass is gonna be launched on Saturday, starting with that parade from the Ariza car park, coming across to the National Stadium car park. Mass on the road. Good morning to you, Devon.
Good morning, Sheldon, and good morning, Grenada, and to all our listeners, wherever you are. Beautiful Grenadian
We know
morning.
it's not your fault, Yali. We know it's not your fault, so we ain't vexed with you. We know it's not your fault.
I tried my best. Yeah. So how are you doing? How was the weekend? Huh?
Man, it was wonderful. I made it out an activity, actually. Yeah, I did not make it to the River Sally Saraka, and I must say, from all indications, it has been a success. You saw the Talingo dance and all sorts of dance. I saw some live from up there. So it was excellent. All right, so that's what I saw, saying from what I see. What we can say as well is that there was the Maroon Festival, and the minister with responsibility for Carriacou and Petit Martinique seemed to have snake oil.
I was wondering, with that type of movements. Good morning, Mr. Stewart, and how are you doing, sir? Hope you're doing fine.
Yeah, Devon breathing hard. He run to reach, you know. He run. Yeah, but yeah, she danced the cake.
Yeah, I realize that.
Tobagonians gonna know what we're talking about. And strange enough, the thing in Tobago and in Carriacou, Grenada in the middle and they do have it.
And it's strange because I don't know much about that particular,
They dance the
activity.
cake. So you have the guys that dance the flag and the women dance the cake. And there's a specific order. I think the man's cake supposed to always stay above the woman cake. So the woman, as the man is the head of the household. Same as when they dance in the flag, the man flag always supposed to be higher because the man is the head of the household. So you have to dance the flag and you have to dance the cake. But Petit Martinique and Carriacou people could tell you about that a lot better. Not you, Curtis.
Yeah, because,
Not you, Curtis.
And strangely, Sheldon, there are a lot of traditions, right, within Carriacou, Petit Martinique, and so on. We don't find them being practiced here in Grenada.
Those aspects of the culture, they existed in Grenada. In fact, I've found a lot of things in St. Andrew. And I'm pretty sure that if we show some of those videos, some of you might realize is your father's father. It's your mother's mother, your great-grandparents and so on in those videos. There are videos of these people doing everything from original Orisha and all these sort of things, the original religions and so that some people feel is obvious. No, obvious. Stop that stupidness. Orisha and thing is your original religion. It has nothing to do with evil and this kind of nonsense, right? But these things are original religions and so. There are a lot of stuff from the 1960s. There's a gentleman that passed through in the 1960s, recorded the audio and also did videos. That's Lomax. And they are available online. People can see them from both Carriacou and different parts of Grenada. St. David, St. Andrew. I know St. David, St. Andrew, and St. Patrick, I believe, were three of the parishes that were highlighted when Lomax visited during the 1950s, 60s, around that time. In fact, that's the way I was able to hear my grandmother. My grandmother died in the year 1972. So I wasn't born yet. I never hear my grandmother, but I was able to hear her voice through Mr. Lomax.
Yep.
Because there's a recording of her singing, doing a solo on some tapes out of Carriacou. So that's how I was able to hear my grandmother. I never hear her, never meet her, never see her, but I was able to hear her.
That would be a nice experience.
Yeah, and there are many other people that they may not even know that these things exist, but they are there. Yeah, so it's good to see that we've had that weekend of culture, and probably, and it's something that I'll raise at another level, we need to look at a specific week or a month, and we dedicate that month specifically to all things cultural around this time of year. We probably need to do that. Officially designate a period of time, whether it's a week, 2 weeks, or a month, specifically. Because imagine you're having Saraka, which is traditional African thing. You're having that in Riversally. At the same time, in Carriacou, you're having Maroon and String Band.
Exactly.
Yeah? So we probably need to kind of organize all of that into a specific something. Organize it into a month, just like they have Black History Month. We can have Grenadian History Week, Grenadian History Month, whatever it is, and organize so that our children will not end up losing things like the Telingo, like the big drum, and so that they would not end up losing it. Carriacou has done a pretty good job of maintaining certain aspects of the culture, because you're seeing the young people doing the Shakespeare Mass. You're seeing the young people going out and dance the cake and doing it properly too. Because if you look at a tape from the 1960s and you look at now, they're doing it properly. To maintain things like, it could be during the carnival time too, it could be whenever. But we need to dedicate a specific time to our culture.
I've seen over the last couple of months, perhaps years, that group in Tivoli, the Tivoli drummers, has been trying their best to keep that
African drumming.
African drumming.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact,
I get rusty. I can't knock again. But.
Yeah, recently they had opened a center, either a resource
in
or
Tivoli,
center right there in Tivoli by the gas station, where you can go and see more and know more about parts of our culture and so on. That's good, and we need to promote these things.
Last time I drum, I lose a layer skin on my fingers. No, seriously, no, drumming is a specific something, and you have to drum. And Mr. Technical Man, he catch me off guard there, but he make sure and he put up the dancing at the, yes, that is the dancing at the for like a wedding.
Yeah.
A wedding is coming up and they have to dance the cake, you have to dance the flag, you have to dance the cake, and so Mr. Technical Man, make sure and he put it up a bit on the video so that people can see exactly what we're speaking about. That is true, Rena Mills. Yeah, it must be a Rena Mills. Ooh, boy, that S10 walking good. Rena, just don't close the S10 too hard because it have a tendency to crack the screen. And do not remove the plastic coating on the screen. Once you remove it, it go crack. Yeah?
Look at the dance.
So, yeah, that's the dance. They're saying whining is not part of it. What do you mean whining is not part of our culture? Whining is part of our culture. You see Africans dancing? That's not the minister.
No,
not the minister yet?
No, that's not the minister.
Okay, yeah. The minister, somewhere around there just now, you go see the minister hold the cake and dance the cake. Yeah. So for those of you who are on our Facebook page, that is on Facebook, we are Hard Talk Live. You will actually see the dancing of the cake in Carriacou and the flag dance and everything in Carriacou from this weekend's Maroon Festival. You'll be able to see a bit of that. And that is compliments Rena Mills out there in Carriacou, helping to keep the culture alive. And look at Guavman Reach. Yeah, man. Arthur to Arthur. Yeah, man. So it is important for us to maintain various aspects of the culture. I think the African drumming not as strong as it used to be before.
Yeah, we lost a lot of
there's that center in Tivoli. You don't hear much. I was part of Tumda. You don't hear much about Tumda these days. And so, since Michael, so you don't hear much about it again. So the African drumming kind of died down. Outside of one or two guys that might have a drum and knock a drum. And so I know there's a guy who works with Grenlec that used to make drums and so on. I haven't seen him for a long time, but I know he makes drums and that kind of thing. And one or two other people like your friend that made the drum for
oh God, what's
Match it. Oh. Not oh gosh. Good friend, he does call. He got call just now because we know he listening.
He made a special drum for Isaiah.
Yeah, we know he listening right now, so he go call. Yes, he make a Kunta Kinte drum for him.
Real nice drummer. Yeah. Every day Isaiah taking a practice, and that's good.
But it's important. Yeah. It's important that we have that period of time when we engage with all aspects of our culture. We have
definitely. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning to you, sir.
As I heard you speaking about the cake dance and the saraka and the maroon. Mm-hmm. Those things used to happen in Grenada, you know.
Yeah, but it's gone now. That's the problem.
The saraka and the maroon, it is the same thing. It's just different name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the food, the same kind of food and thing. Although in Carriacou they do the food differently, huh?
Yeah. With this rule, rice and rule, kuku and them things.
But not only that, even to when they killing the chicken and so, because you heard Curtis call and say the chicken had to rest on the left side and they had to pour rum, you had to pour jack on it and all this kind of thing.
That chicken had to catch a stroke, man.
Yeah, so you see the different things different aspects of it.
Spiritualism in that, eh?
Yeah, and nothing is wrong with that. Some people talking about. I think people misunderstand this thing and start to talk about Obia and this nonsense about Obia, and forget it's Africa they come from. It's Africa you come from. That is not Obia. That is not dealing with the devil. That is spiritual. Just a different level of things.
So let me talk. This Obia thing, right? You don't believe that this Obia is not demonic?
There is a demonic thing, but that some people mixing up. There's demonic, there's demon worshippers and people who deal with demons and that kind of thing. If you have good, you must have bad. Yeah. I mean, people who go to certain theological colleges and so on, they bring you to go and learn about the Bible and to become a pastor. And they teach you how to cast out demon, how the demon reaching in you. There must be Obia, but I'm saying that some people are mixing up aspects of our African heritage and calling it Obia.
True.
And that is wrong. They watch a spiritual Baptist and they see the spiritual Baptist and they find these people moving a certain way and they get on in a certain way and they start, they're doing Obia. It's not Obia. That has nothing to do with the devil. And what makes it bad is that you have some people who belong to the spiritual Baptist faith that make some statements that make people believe that kind of thing. Like, don't worry, I know what to do. Or don't worry, don't touch me, don't bring back my sheep and you go find out. Those kind of statements
Mr. Scott,
help put that in people's mind.
Mr. Scott, what I would like you to do, you must invite somebody from Haiti to really enlighten us more on that. And we'll hear what they will say.
Okay.
Good.
All right, my brother. Yeah, I think we as black people have been programmed to hate ourselves and hate what come out of us.
That's the correct word, to hate ourselves.
Yeah, we've been programmed to hate ourselves. Yeah. We've been programmed that every time you hear Haiti, Haiti is a negative thing. Listen, Haiti is the first independent black country in the world that break out from slavery. They are to be respected. They are the first set of people to break out from the... And listen...
The rebel.
A Grenadian was involved.
Yep. And right to the top, too.
A Grenadian was involved because he come out from St. David as a little boy and he went up there and come through the ranks, end up as one of the major generals.
Yep.
A Grenadian was involved. And because Grenada was a French territory, you had soldiers from Grenada, free blacks and blacks who were in the military, the French military, that were part of the American Revolution in order to free America from from being a British colony. Grenadians again. The Battle of Savannah in the United States. Well, you must read all the history and research. The Battle of Savannah in the United States. One of the most important battles in the American War of Independence. You had Grenadians as part of it. As part of the French battalion that was there. But a lot of people don't know that. Even Americans don't know that. They have a statue acknowledging the French company that was there fighting and so. But many of us don't know that that grouping had a lot of Grenadians from all part of Grenada involved in it. Grenadian, we are kind of people, we all over the place.
Yeah, we all over.
But we don't want to know our culture and our history. That's a problem.
We're scared of it. Good morning and welcome.
Morning.
Morning, sir.
Sheldon, you really make me jump in the yard here now. I just let me call the man and tell the man how I go on because I've been I hear the man say, cut it, not you. I put on the fall off me and yeah, because I say the man watching me and darling the number, but it's not you now. If you just fall out me, you will frighten me because like today right in the yard and you're watching me.
That was good timing.
That was call timing because they dialing the number, That was the call number, because it's not you.
Oh, God.
Your phone just called me.
So how's the weekend, Curtis?
It was very good. The only meat I never seen in the park, the donkey meat. What is this?
Donkey?
You say only meat you don't see is donkey meat.
Oh, the only one you don't see is donkey meat. All right, okay.
Yeah, man.
Donkey meat does turn blue, so you can't eat that.
Oh,
that's
but real meat there.
That was good. So well supported by persons.
Yeah, food for soul, man.
That's good. That's good to know. I have to come up.
Yeah, man, it was real good, eh?
But that's good. That's very good, and I'm glad to see that the people of Carriacou. Ooh, I think we lost Curtis, you know.
He gone. Curtis sharp, and he didn't stay.
But I think the people of Carriacou, they continue to support their own culture, and you know, years ago, the Ministry of Youth had a forum, a youth forum in Carriacou, years ago, and I always left this. Good morning. I always remember a statement that was made by Anderson. Leftist, is Matteson is his surname?
Yes.
Yeah. I always remember a statement that was made by him. He said the day that Canut Kalis close his eye, you're going to have people in Carriacou dancing, quadrille and so on via cassette. Because the younger people at the point in time were not picking it up as fast. And it came to pass, eh?
Yeah.
It came to pass. I'm not sure, I haven't seen it for a while now, so I'm not sure if some people went back and start to play it, and so because you know Canut Kalis was a bad violin man. Yeah, and I have an uncle over there, he's a kind of banjo man and thing too. Right? And then you have Mr. Fleury.
Well, Fleury was one of,
Yeah, but who is picking up from them?
Nobody.
Who is picking up from them? When their time come, and we're not wishing it on them, but it has to come for everybody.
It will come for us.
When their time come for their own pine box, who go in and play the violin for them? What are we going to bring a cassette and play it? Somebody has to pick it up. Yeah? Somebody had to pick it up. Other than that, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, when you hear big drum in Carriacou, instead of actually seeing people sit down and playing big drum and so,
you're going to be listening.
You're going to be hearing it all over the speaker system. You're going to be hearing somebody put on a cassette, well, not cassette, thumb drive.
Yeah.
Well, not even thumb drive, by then go have something else.
You got something else?
Yeah. You got something else. You got a thumb drive in 10 years. Because 10 years ago, the big thing was, well, not even 10 years ago, 20 years ago, so the big thing was cassette. Mm-hmm. Yeah, cassette, and then CD come in, and everybody was, wow, CD! Yeah, pile of tunes on it.
Then flash drive, walk in.
Yeah. So, I mean, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, it could be something else.
Yeah, it could be something
But
else.
the bottom line is that we will not have live people standing up. It might be a hologram. You might have a hologram projected onto the stage of people playing big drum.
And that is not what we want to see.
No, we want the actual people to be doing these things. So
Continuation of our cultural, the activities that,
Yeah, so while we see it in Carriacou and so on, and we see the continuation of the culture, because Matterson for himself, and he left us himself, he's deeply involved. He's a culture man. Say what you want about him, he's a culture man. He in Calypso, in Soca, he in in everything. He's a culture man. We don't see eye to eye on everything all the time, but I respect him a lot. Yeah, telling you, we don't see eye to eye all the time, but I respect him a lot because he is a true culture man. Whether it's Parang, whether it's whatever, and he doing that. Yeah? And we see that with a lot of people, different parts of the island, but we here in Grenada, we've lost so much of it. We can't find a person that still speaks Grenadian patois. We can't.
They hide in.
We can't find a person.
Just disintegrate. And that is not good. We failed, and we failed our young people who are coming up and wondering when they hear certain comments, wondering about where did that comment make, what it means, and everything like that, and we can't answer. That is not good. It is really not good. We have to continue, right, to keep the whole cultural thing going, and so we can spread it, we can share it, and so for our children. They must be able to share it for their generation to come. It is a continuation, and we must be mindful of that.
And folks, you can join in the conversation 440-7377
and 347-329-3101. Give us a call. And good morning to all of you on the live who have joined us, and so good morning to you, and hope you're enjoying yourself.
Our friends at what hardware in Carriacou again?
I forget.
You see, that's the thing. I just forget
something hardware.
Something hardware night. I know something hardware in Carriacou.
Jacket Man, good morning. Yes, now I remember the name, Jacket Man. So that's one thing come up.
I feel there's a coldness inside here, and we got to keep the studio hot. Probably we had to start to keep the studio hot, man.
Paddy's Enterprise. Good morning to the entire staff of Paddy's.
Yeah.
How you doing, Carol, and all the other persons there? Good morning to you, and we hope you enjoy the weekend.
Hey, Jamaican over the Joke Pit morning.
Yeah.
And Sasha, good morning.
Sasha, good morning to you.
All of you over by the Joke Pit there, good morning.
How is my little girl? And our partner right on the side of the Joke Pit right there.
Let me say good morning to Mr. Wayne Bullen and his staff there.
Wayne Bullen.
Yeah,
good morning to you, sir.
Over the car rental and car wash and
everything,
bar, everything in one.
Total service.
We say good morning to you, sir. Hope you have a wonderful day this morning. And Devon, over the weekend too, we had some of our athletes out. We know Melanie Rodney. Many of you may remember Melanie. Sometimes some of us tend to forget. Melanie is actually an Olympic medalist at the Junior Olympics. She got Grenada's first medal at the Junior Olympics, if I'm remembering correctly. And she continues to do well. I think she is running for which school? I can't remember what school she's running for right now. Not University of California. I'll remember it in a while. She ran a time this weekend of 52.18 in the 400 meter. And that's a really good time. At her age,
excellent time.
Right now, as a college student, that's an excellent time. I'm looking forward to her making Grenada's Olympic team. Yeah. And even possibly making the final of the Olympics in the women's 400 meter.
Yeah, 50,
so,
50.
While we're looking at Braylon and Karani and so on, we have Melanie there too. So look out. I know she father smiling right now.
If she can bring it to a 51.
Yeah, UCLA. Yeah, she's going to UCLA. That's the University of California. Yeah, I think so. I think that's the University of California. Yeah, but she's doing pretty well. 52.18. That's an excellent time. If you're into sports and so, and you're into the checking the time and so the athletes, that's very important.
You're looking at her.
Yeah, the running and so, and the pelting, because we stone mango when we small and all kind of things. So Grenadian could pelt. Yeah? We could pelt iron. If it's one thing, we could pelt iron.
Serious iron.
Anderson Peters, Markham Felix, Candice Scott, we could pelt iron.
Josh Botang.
Yeah, we could pelt iron.
Pelting real thing.
Yeah, Grenadians could pelt real iron. That's why you're hearing them kind of time and thing.
Yeah.
So with Melanie, she's doing pretty well right now, and definitely is one of the athletes that we need to be watching. Remember, next year, Deepo, I know that is your daughter. We know that is like your daughter too. Next year, we looking at the Olympic Games. Next year, the Olympic Games. Nobody ain't talking about that except hard talk, you know. We the only people that talk about them kind of thing there. Yeah.
Because Grenada, I mean, there are a lot of potential for Grenada in the next Olympics. Eh?
Yeah. Other programs and news and things. Sports is at the end. Hard talk. Sports is at the beginning. You know. Yes, Amanda Crawford is doing pretty well too. Yeah, Amanda Crawford. She's doing pretty well. Grenada, I don't think we recognize and realize what we have when we're looking at our sporting talent here in Grenada. Yeah, we have a culture and we have to maintain and develop the culture. I want to see more Shortney and more Veko and more Wild Indian on the road and so. And together with that, I want to continue seeing the Helen Marie who've been there for 20-something years plus, giving to the culture. All people coming in and talk now. Helen been there 20-something years. Where you were? Where you were? 20 years she did, right? Nice. Yeah.
Yes, Sonia.
Oh, Sonia, I ain't saying that on air. I'm not saying that on air. Me, you want NTRC? You want NTRC shut me down? I'm not saying that on air.
But you know, Sheldon,
I'm coming back to the sports. Yeah.
I'm looking at Grenada, both in the male and female. Hopefully, can put out a 4x4 relay team.
Well, there are attempts by the Grenada Athletic Association together with the Grenada Olympic Committee to try and get a 4x4 team, but they're looking for the right mix.
Yeah.
Because what you really need is not just 4 fellas well, you need 6 actually. 6. But you don't want 6 fellas that just run in the 400 meters. That can't cut it. You're just going to embarrass yourself. You need 6 fellas who are running the 400 meter in under 45 seconds. That's what you need. One could be 47 to 45. But you generally need
at least 3 of them around 45.
Running 45 and below.
And below.
Because remember, the 400 meter record is what, 43.2 something or 43.1 somebody or something, so that Van der Kerk ran. Now Karani's fastest time is 43.67. 43.67 seconds, right? That's how much he ran that in. You don't want to have to kill out Karani running a leg in the whether you run the third leg or whether you run the final leg. You don't want to have to kill out Karani as part of a 4x4 team. So you need some fellas that could put him in front a bit, could take off the pressure from him.
Yep.
So you don't want no guys going there running at 50-something.
No, you're wasting time.
You don't want no guys running at high 40s. You don't want nobody going to run at 48 and at 47.
46,
you don't want to wasting
45, 46 minimum.
What you might cause in a 400 meter, because Karani is a competitor. What you're going to cause is that in that 400 meter now, Karani put out so much he might end up injuring himself. You don't want that. So you have the this guy that ran from SAS. I'm trying to remember his name right now.
Junior Charles.
Yeah. He's a good prospect. I believe Junior could run a sub 45.
Yep, he can.
I believe he could do it. Lyndon Victor, even though he's doing the decathlon, has been doing pretty well in the 400 meter as well. I believe he's a next possibility for such a team. He has been on a team like that already. I believe he's a good possibility for that as well, because I believe he could run a sub 45 time. I don't think he has so far, but I think the possibility is that he could do it. Yeah? You might be very surprised. Anderson Peters is not a bad 400 meter runner either. Yeah, he is not only iron, he could pelt. He could run too.
He running with it too.
Yeah.
He running with the iron and pelt it, you know.
And he's gotten Athlete of the Year, huh?
Yeah.
He's gotten Athlete of the Year. Somebody sent something for me here. I'm sure it's one of them thing in relation to one of them students and them.
So I would love to see how that effort, being made to, if we can muster at least 8 of our athletes who can give us anyway from 46 down, right down. That will give us, some hope. And so in participating and qualifying for that final, we can do it. I know we can do it. But it's a lot of effort and planning and, as you say, the right mix.
One athlete that I'm not hearing about, and in fact I know what to do, I will find your mother. I'm not hearing about Princess Whiteman.
Yes.
I'm not hearing about Princess. I had to find out what's going on with Princess. She's a wonderful talent again. And that's the thing. Some of us, we lose track of these athletes after they come through the secondary school system and they've been through the intercall and everything. We just lose track of some of them. But we have to follow up on them. We have to follow up on them. So I know where to find her mommy. I'll look for her mommy this week.
I mean, we have
this week I'll find her mommy and find out what's going on with Princess.
But as we were talking again, Junior Charles, man, this young guy has serious, both in the 2 and the 400 meter.
He has been in action. I don't have the details, but he's been doing okay.
Yeah, I think he last run in a 200 meters. And did well.
And even with the javelin, we have Emron Gibbs. You don't hear much about him, but at one point in time he was holding the Grenada national record too. Emron Gibbs, he's doing pretty well, right? And then you have we've been speaking about Josh and so.
Yeah, Josh.
But we have other athletes like Nathan Hood, and so who are out there and doing well. We have the young Oliver chap. His first name eludes me at this point in time. The young Oliver chap, he's been doing well too in the short distance 100 meter, 200 meters, and so. So we have a lot of athletes who are doing well.
Yeah, but we need to expose them more, get more information about them, and you know, let our people get more accustomed to the name, household name.
Everybody go on. And the thing is, you have a lot of people that they only when an athlete win, they recognize the athlete. You see, we on Hard Talk, we no hypocrite. We just talk about we athletes all the time.
Yeah, we find them and give you the information.
And sometimes what I do, I just find them personally and speak to them. Personally, I just find them and speak to them and make the time and speak to them and so on. Yeah? And we have the World Championships coming on later. I have to contact some people to find out when Karani is going to be in action, because he should be starting his season sometime in the next month or 2 months or so, seeing that the World Championships are further down. So we'll have Karani in action later this year, because the World Championships are later this year, and then he'll go ahead with a low-intensity training as he prepares to open his season next year, going into the Olympic Games, right? So we're heading to the Olympic Games next year, and it's not easy. We've had Kurt Felix in studio with us, and he said to you all how difficult it is sometimes as an athlete, and they have to travel, what they go through. Yeah?
It's amazing, and that is why we have been calling for persons to show your support, you know, in whatever way, moral, financial, anyhow you can support these athletes through the Olympic Association, the Grenada Athletics Association, you know, get involved, right? And so, because that's Grenada's future. They have been making, Grenada proud over the last couple of years, you know. And we need to put them on the front burner, not just as when they run a good race, then you see them pop up on Facebook and we like and we share and whatever. No, we must give them that moral support all the time.
And they need it.
Yeah, they need it.
Sometimes when they hear, it had a program in Grenada and they talk about me and somebody call, and they feel good.
Of course, because
they feel good.
They know that the people are remembering them, knowing that they are out there, and so participating not just for themselves but for their country. You understand? And that is where it is. That patriotism. We want to continue to instill that in our young people. You know, that form of patriotism. Feel good that you're representing Grenada. It's a good feeling. No?
And folks, remember 440-7377. We talk about sports, we talk about culture. 440-7377
and 347-329-3101.
Devon, it has been a busy weekend for politics, man. Regionally, it's been a very busy weekend for politics regionally. I've seen in Trinidad, the Opposition United National Congress, they held they had a big meeting over the weekend. Not sure if they had their convention or whatever they had.
But they're gearing up.
They're gearing up for general election, and so they've already started bringing the artists on stage and saucy wow and this one and that one. And they're getting ready for general elections in Trinidad. Due in 2020, could fall in this year, could fall later this year. You're never sure how things could go. It'll be an interesting fight. Very. As long as they leave the racist politics out of it, I think it'll be an interesting one to look at. I think fostering that hatred because one person was born into an Indian family and next one was born into a Negro family is absolute nonsense. And anybody doing that should be barred from politics.
There's no place.
Not only in Trinidad, but anywhere in the world.
Yeah, there's no place for that in politics.
Trumpish kind of attitude.
Yes, that's we're not going back there.
Yeah, the time for that stupidness is done.
It's gone.
Yeah, and again, that's because we've been taught to hate ourselves and to hate others that look like us.
Mm-hmm. So thus we keep dividing and keeping on our own selves.
Yeah,
we can't move forward. We just stay on one spot, fight, thing up all the dust, make it clear and brown, and then we sit right there and waiting for it to grow again. We can't. We have to move away from that type of mentality, right? And so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so there in St. Kitts, the New National Party's sister party, the People's Action Movement, which is the major partner in the coalition government that is there in St. Kitts, they held their convention yesterday. I believe it was their convention. Yeah, I think the convention or general council they held yesterday. To contact my friend Omar, he'll tell me exactly which one it is that they had. So they had that yesterday. Again, wonderful turnout. And Prime Minister Timothy Harris, note that he is not a member of the People's Action Movement. He has his own party, but they have a coalition formed called Team Unity.
Yeah.
So he spoke at the People's Action Movement activity yesterday.
Smart move.
Yeah. Well, he has to do it because he's the Prime Minister and he's part. If without the PAM support, he's not Prime Minister.
He's not Prime Minister.
Yeah, so they're getting up for elections too. Possibility, maybe, of elections later this year or next year. Then in Dominica.
Comes Dominica.
Yeah, they've confirmed their first candidate for general elections that are due next year, but may fall later this year.
Yeah, Guyana.
So, Guyana again.
Right or wrong.
Yeah. I saw an interesting story coming out of Indonesia though. A couple hundred of the electoral workers died.
Yes, because of
overwork
and stress and that sort of thing. That's a lot of counting in Sheldon. I mean, and most of it is manual, eh? And they're trying to work to see if they can, improve on the system. And so you think we have issues within the region, the Caribbean, when it comes to that? Imagine countries when you have to count, millions of ballots.
They have
manually.
somewhere around 17,000 islands, 100 and something million people.
Exactly. Eligible to
800,000 polling stations. So some of the electoral workers dropped down, they died.
Yeah.
Heart attack, exhaustion.
Yeah.
Some of them went to sleep and just didn't wake up.
Yeah, stress.
Thank God we live in Grenada.
Thank God we live in Grenada with 100,000 people. And so by 3-4 o'clock in the evening, we know our election results. You understand? So thank God that we live in this island, when everything just runs smooth. And so, good morning to our Prime Minister, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, and all the members of Cabinet and MPs.
We know that they in
good morning
Cabinet now. So
yes.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Yes,
morning.
sir. Good morning.
Hello.
Yes, you're live caller. Go right ahead.
Comrade Scott and Comrade Romain.
Yes, my
This is my first time on the program calling.
All right,
so
wonderful.
Welcome.
I want to highlight something that I listened on another program last week on Real FM. And we were speaking about, a guy called up and speaking about how people divert to Dr. Keith Mitchell and his NMP. And but the bribes and the dancing and so forth. But I called on the station at the same time and I told him that I, as a former member of NDC, I haven't seen it that way. Because we were individuals who had condemned Dr. Keith from his inception from 1995 when the NMP came in to the present time to 2013. Now, when we criticized him, we had thought that the National Democratic Congress had an agenda and could have ruled the country. One statement was made that Uncle Tilly can't even run a saltfish shop. Now, before we even had gone to election and lose all the seats, Brother Romain is right there. You could remember the Secretariat Conference on Sunday the 27th of November 2011 that was held by Comrade Peter David. And he had bring the pollster, the Bajan pollster, and was
identifying the areas. And when they present the presentation, what happened, all hell break loose with the deputy political leader at the time and so forth. Now, when we look to all of these things, we could see definitely that the NDC never had any genuine intention of leading the people of Grenada and City Martinique in a conscious way. I could remember also in a general council in the McDonald College, I, as a member of St. Andrew Southeast, stand up and call upon the finance minister at the time to mind his children, to feed his children, and I even warn him that what would happen, that if he doesn't do that, that somebody else would adopt them, somebody else would take them away from him.
I love it.
Hello?
I love that. I love how you put it.
Yes, and you know what he said? You know what he said? He told me that all Grenadian citizens are his children and he would take care of them. I get up was to rebut. And you know what happened? I was pulled back by our late comrade, Gordon Hamilton. And what I was going to say at the time, we were receiving 10 cents, but he wanted at the time to pay 8 cents back and get and have us starving. Come on, I have a lot more to say, but my credit is running out. I'll call back next time on the program continue
I feel like
this area. Thank you very much.
Hey, no, don't go far. I feel like calling you back. Stay right there. I'm calling you back now.
All right.
All right, brother. Now we're laying down, man. We just so now we calling you back, man.
You bring some interesting.
We ain't done with him.
You know,
we're calling him back.
Historical event.
Find me by myself in a van. Most energetic, most vibes and pure bacchanal. I'm feeling free, no luggage. I decide to hit all party this year for myself and leave out my friends. Especially the broke pockets who won't drink all day and won't give a cent. I cannot understand how someone can do such thing and still enjoy themselves. This year catch me by myself. Boom! And never me alone. On the road and I don't need no company. Smash the friend totally, that's the code. Tell them to leave me alone. They want to call police on me. Smash the friend totally, that's
Indeed, yeah, so we got to call her back, man. Yeah, we ain't letting you get away so, man. We calling you back.
Answer.
Yes, sir. You're hearing us?
Hello.
Yeah, go right ahead, man. We start 69 here. We must get you back.
The other part of it, I wanted to put out. You know, I had criticized Dr. Keith. I remember in 1995, when Keith Mitchell came, he had to meet the people, meeting the different people in the workers in the different workplace. He came into the Richmond prison. And I got up, and I told him that at that time I was an full active member of the National Democratic Congress. I was very saddened by the laugh. I told him that no government could ever run the country with one given 5-year period. And I tell you, comrade, Dr. Keith looked at me and smiled. And he said, you know what to do next time. So I understand him fully well. He was telling me what I had to do. I had to change my allegiance, which I did not do. Comrade, I decided that we went on. I could remember in that same before 1990 general election, this last government always preach about corruption, it's what they don't see. Now, it has many, many things that when you look into it. In Richmond prison, it was supposed it had individuals who come from foreign I'm speaking about, They were supposed to set up things in the prison that were supposed to make juice so that they would be self-sufficient. They would not have to be buying all of these things, packing from the farms and so forth. Right now in the prison, if you go in, you see it have a concrete, like a visiting room right on the side after the gate lodge. That area was supposed to set up the water tanks and so forth. And that was under the NDC reign. And this individual went with how much? $100,000, was $1 million, Then it had other schemes. Look in 1990. This guy, simply down in the south against Uncle Gary. They had propagated all the while that they had won, like if they had won the election in 1990. They hadn't won the election, they had got the most seats. And he had got 2 seats, Mitchell and Malcolm Antoine. What had happened is that the late Monsignor Ramantine, they organized something. And they organized a thing with Edward Thomas and them to join. But what the NDC had done before, through their propagandists, you could remember that a ticket was printed, and that ticket stated that the Eric Matthew Gary was not taking part anymore in the election, and he was going away. It was on the leader in the head front of the newspaper. And in that instance, Gary lost the seat in the south. Since this people were thinking his name, he was the one that took it over. Comrades, these things, when I listen to people saying these things, knowing that I was a man who used to be criticizing the honorable leader for nothing whatsoever, I feel shame sometimes. You know, because after 2013, when Keith came back in power, when Dr. Keith came back in power, he said he's going to be a different man. He said, Junior, come back. He said he went to hell and back. A lot of people didn't understand that. You know why they didn't understand? Some maybe don't even read the Bible, because going in the belly of the whale is equivalent to going in hell. And when he came back, what according to the scripture, he went and speak to the people in Nineveh. In our case, Keith Mitchell come back and be a better man. Today, we are getting the credit ratings from all over the Caribbean. We're getting it, but listen, we have some propagandists here. We have one who Grenadians and foreigners feeding him free. All he does daily is run this country down from left, right, center. I just wonder if it's here he's living. I just wonder if he's really living here. I just wonder if he have a child and what he's going to tell his child. You understand? Because to me, no politician on the other side is good for him at all. Then we have some others. Here, what happened to some of them? Some of us. That is why one lady who is supposed to be the brightest lawyer in Grenada, she had defined them. She defined them, and she called them a certain name. I wouldn't do that. It's something that happened to we, our people. That if an individual have a bag of fruits, a variety of fruits, you have oranges, you have mangoes, you have grapefruits, all of the sort. And he took out from the bag and he gave the orange. You know, when he took out the bag and he gave a grapefruit, I go say I don't get one of that and one I wouldn't be satisfied. And that is the type of thing with us. Another thing, imagine, some of us reach the age of our lives. What we have to do? We have to, according to what Paul Skin Douglas say, learn to know how to out ourselves. But instead of that, we coming back up and we don't own already anything. We make the contribution already anything, but we still want to go and cause conflict. Chaos anything I have to say. Because, I mean, we outlive our usefulness. All we could do sometimes is we could sit down and try to educate. But instead of we educate, we confuse, we become confusing because people wondering what they must be. Political drop out. You drop out because you don't get something that you wanted. And you get an orange, you know, but you want another food. I like it. You understand? You get a fruit, but you want plum. And this is the type of things that we have to face with. And, you know, I'm calling on our political leader. You know, I like how this present time, how he's governing. I give him a thumbs up. I like him for that. And I want him to know that we stand by him. Everything that this individual is trying to do at this present time, to create a legacy for himself and set up the things for this country, he have the opponents, especially the teachers. Because in Grenada here, and not only Grenada, across the region, the majority of opposition people are the bright head, big head boys. Because some of them big head boys went in town and make some of them turn them around. Like when I say that in the south, they gone to England and they get fooled. And they come back home and want to fool our people, turning around the things so that the common man, like me and others, would get confused and go contrary. Comrade, I'll call in a program another time and formulate some other things because I'm going to bring up some plans because I'm presently working in Southeast St. Andrews along with other comrades who come over and decide, Devon, you know who's speaking?
Yeah, man.
I'm sure you're recognized by now.
Yes,
because
man.
I used to be some fire sometimes because I speak with you, Peter. And what I want you to do too, I want you to go back to home. You must go back up and really FM sometime and help out Messi and KB and them up on the other side. Thank you very much.
All right, brother. One love.
Yes, indeed. Watch. Yeah, we're talking about regional politics. Bam, we get some local politics. You know?
Some serious local. And it's a gentleman that has a wealth of history when it comes to local politics. Yeah.
Devon, over the weekend, I see a Facebook page, boy.
Yeah, but I see a Facebook page, but I don't believe it,
Claudette Joseph, a
yes,
leader.
I don't believe that.
And I see people like Joel Greenwich and things liking the page, you know. So the camps and them showing their hand. The camps and them showing their I never said it's camps and them, I said the camps and them, because you know people just take what I say and twist it. So next thing they say Sheldon say the camps and them showing their hand. I didn't say that. I said the camps, CAMPS, not SCAMPS. The camps and them showing their hand.
So what's happening to the interim deputy?
The interim leader?
Interim deputy lead. Well, I can't, too much acronyms. What happened to Uga?
The de facto leader?
Yeah.
Uga?
Yeah.
Uga maybe too far. I don't know. Maybe your original tongue girl wanted, I don't know.
But she hungry
but
for
you
it,
know,
man.
even if she were to win, which is NDC business whether she win or not. Yeah. But it's all business who go in for it. Yeah? But even if she win or not, she can't even win the seat in tongue.
But it's another NDC political leader that will get destroyed in the polls.
I sending Kami alone. I need to send another activist. You know. I taking a car, I putting Kami in the car, I giving her a case of water, and I sending Kami for the day.
Campaign.
And that is it. You can't win in tongue.
Morning, Camille Tirita Scott.
And if you feel like going and run in tongue and call by the grey hair, man, we waiting on your update right now.
Oh my God.
We waiting on your update. Try and come up by the grey hair, man.
That's another short-lived potential political leader of NDC.
Well, no, you see, what she want to push is the idea time for a woman prime minister.
Yeah.
But even if it's time for a woman prime minister,
not that type
not
of woman.
you.
Not that type of... I ain't discriminating against women. I love women.
I don't care if the prime minister is male or female. To tell honest truth, I don't care if the prime minister is male or female. I just want the best person for the job.
Person to lead.
And that ain't you. But very interesting because I hear... Right now, she keeps attacking Honorable Gregory Boyne and oil and gas, talking about GPG. Claudette Joseph, former candidate at the NDC Nitonga St. George, present caretaker for the NDC Nitonga St. George. You are a big hypocrite. And I say you're a hypocrite simply because of one reason, you know. They keep talking about GPG and talking about secret deal and secret deal and secret deal. Devon, when was the deal signed?
That deal with GPG, and that's the only deal I know of, was signed somewhere around 2007, 6, 7, somewhere around there.
Right. Was there a period of time it had another government in place outside of the NNP after that deal?
Most definitely. For 4.5 years.
So, you're telling me that Victor Nazim Burke, Minister of Finance, they had the reign of power, Honorable Tillman Thomas, then Prime Minister, all of these individuals
Attorney General Bristol.
They had access. Attorney General Bristol and then the one that come Rohan, that come after him.
Yes.
All of them had access
to it.
To the deal, right?
Of course, all of them had it. Especially Finance Minister.
They could have hold it in their hand.
Hold it in their hand. They could have do what they want to.
They could have read out it.
They could have print copies and give it out and all.
So they could have give George Rome a copy.
Of course, they could have give George Rome a copy.
They could have give Weepadna Hamlet a copy.
A copy. You understand?
They could go and check Andrew Donald and drop it in front of the door.
Drop it in front of the door.
So they could get Andrew a copy.
Yeah, but by the cemetery, just drop it by the cemetery and Andrew
get
up in the morning. Again.
He don't in town now.
He
moved location.
He moved location now.
Andrew morning. Yeah. So you're telling me that the deal was not secret to them, the National Democratic Congress.
It wasn't secret.
So that Franca could have seen it.
Oh yes, Franca could have seen it. Philip Alexander could have seen it.
So you mean that they had access, they had state power from July 8th, 2008 to February 19th, 2013.
Wow.
And during that period of time, that they had full state power. They could, at that point in time, have pulled the deal, could have said, this deal ain't good, let me change it.
Quash it.
They could, at that point in time, have said to anybody, let's not go forward with this thing. Let us renegotiate with GPG. They could, at that point in time, have gone to court and say, we want to divulge the information in this deal
course.
because we don't trust GPG. They could, at that point in time, have sent the documents outside of Grenada and let it be published outside of Grenada. They had full access to it. The same National Democratic Congress that in office between July 8, 2008 and February 19th, 2013. So why now they're asking to find out what in the document?
Well,
you're telling me, what are you trying to say, that when NNP left, they take the document and they went with it?
It looks so.
I wonder if it had anything to do with certain individuals in the NDC and who were part of the NDC government at that point in time, talking to certain senior people in GPG, Global Petroleum. If it had anything to do with them talking to them and telling them to go and lie and say that Gregory Bowen approached them for a bribe. Because they wanted bad. You remember every now and again was they coming for Gregory Bowen and they coming for Keith Mitchell. Every now and again was that. I want the NDC to tell me, because I could find out, I could find out. So I'm asking a question here. I wonder if this had anything to do with certain government, senior government people, that approach the people in GPG and say to go and lie, asking GPG to lie, to say that how Gregory Bowen approached them for a bribe. And GPG said, well, that never happened, we can't do that.
I remember that distinctively. I was part of the whole NDC thing.
I didn't say that part. Devon said that part. But I'm saying, and Devon could say it, and he could say it again if you want to. Right? But what we are saying here is that these people, the same Claudette and all of them, when we tell you that there's a culling taking place, that is like you find you heard a cattle have foot and mouth or mad cow disease. So you're trying to separate the good ones from the bad ones. Now, they start to treat the people who was in office between 2008 and 2013 like lepers,
Like a disease, a bad disease that passed through.
Sylvester Wallace had access to that. You coming out in public, the whole press conference, I think. You coming out in public and all kind of thing. You are a hypocrite, Claudette. You and Ugaris to waste our time.
Wait.
Your individuals who were in government know everything that in that deal. It ain't no secret to all you.
How come Nas and them in the campaign and everything never spoke about that deal during the last election?
Well, here's the greatest thing. For that 4.5 years, for the time that they had parliament, because we know the parliament kind of get locked down in the later part, because if Pedro did enter that parliament, and if Joseph Gilbert, Carl Hood, if these individuals along with Michael Church and so had entered that parliament, all you know what time it was.
That was problem.
All you know what time it would have been. So they locked down parliament for the 6 months prior. Right. So we know that happened. But prior to that, you had parliament sit-ins. So you're telling me no time during that you couldn't have brought a motion in relation to the GPG issue for disclosure?
Exactly.
No point in time.
And nobody would have stopped them. Nobody couldn't stop them.
You could have brought a motion for disclosure on that. None of all you did it. But we realize what happened.
They're looking for issues, man.
So now they're trying to push it like some kind of corruption taking place. Who was in office between July 8, 2008?
And when was the deal originally signed?
Right. It's not a deal. They're trying to make it look to the average person out there, to the men that are on the bus right now that listen and the people on the bus, to the guys that taking the local early morning sauce, I'll put it like that, out by the shop and so, and the people who out working hard to build Grenada, they are out here right now trying to make it look like there's some kind of deal that was signed by the NNP when the NNP came back into office.
That is what they're trying to do.
That's what they're trying to do.
That's what they're trying to do. That's this about it.
There are two things that they are intellectually disingenuous on. That is one, and the other one is the parliamentarian pension. They are attempting to make it look like these are things that were signed and put in place by the NNP between 2013 and now. That is not true.
I find you saying it kind of smooth. They're lying. They're lying to the Grenadian people about these issues. Very much so. They're lying.
You see why we just have to have Devon inside here? He puts things in a different perspective, a different way that Sheldon will not put it.
Yeah, it's important. It's important for people to remember, right, these facts. We cannot afford to let these guys continue to lie for us. So no, wouldn't accept that. We have the facts. We will bring it to you.
Because when I listen to Claudette, and I hear her talking about this, that, the other, we don't know, Claudette. You know, you're a hypocrite. You're lying.
She's lying.
You're telling me that you cannot go in one of the, I know which one of the house scene, but you can't go and find Azimbok.
Well, not,
I know if he up that side, I know if he down that side. I don't know.
But the office is not far from each other, you know. About a minute to walk from her office to Na's office.
So during work time, just
a lunch break. Just
so you trying to tell me that she can't simply go over, check Brother Naz and say, Brother Naz, you're the Minister of Finance. I think he had responsibility for energy too.
Yes.
Because definitely. I think one of his brother-in-laws was getting a couple thousands of dollars US a month working within the ministry. I think it was energy he was supposed to be dealing with. So you telling me that you went your delimit boundary and all kind of thing and you never saw the GPG deal? You lie.
Big time.
You lie.
That's the biggest lie I ever hear about. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, sir.
And I trust that you all had a pleasant weekend.
Oh, a wonderful one.
Now, Mr. Scott and Mr. Romain, let me better understand the statement that you just made there, Mr. Scott.
Yes, sir.
When you said that the NDC asked GPG to lie. So what you're telling me in a nutshell there, that NDC is a party not to be trusted?
Yes, I'm telling you that because I could tell you that there are certain individuals who approach the people in GPG to try and get Gregory Bowen jailed. They approach them and tell them to lie and say that Gregory Bowen was asking for a bribe. I could tell you that now, and I want to let one of them take me to court. I ain't called no name, but let the organization, the NDC as an organization, I challenge them. Take me to court. Take me to court.
But how can you be a responsible government and at the same time asking a foreign entity or trying to conspire with a foreign entity to embarrass, to jail, and to bring good people name into Grenadian name into disrepute?
They take a page from Donald Trump book. Or Donald Trump take a page from their book.
And listen to...
Not because I keep quiet mean that I don't know certain things, you know. Sometimes I just hold it for a certain time.
Within this organization, hear them. No, things are bad in Grenada. Things are bad in the country. That's the worst the country have been. People are suffering. But still for all, you are able, I'm going to use a nice word here, you are able to solicit $7,000 every month from that same society.
But why are you being so diplomatic? He begging and getting $7,000 every month.
Hey, I categorize that as comedy NDC style. No, let me not take much time. Listen to this. I have observed in my neighborhood that all the abandoned vehicles in my neighborhood right now have this notice on them stating that I think that they have to be removed. So I'm assuming that is the situation all over the country. And this is something we don't have to apologize for. I think we did people a big favor by not asking them to move it earlier. And right now is move, be moved, and be built. Now listen to this, my brother. Give me 2 seconds here. I want to express my sincere appreciation to those hard-working brothers and sisters behind the scenes in the Northwest constituency in St. Andrews. Yes, I know the efforts and sacrifices you all have made on a regular basis. There are those that don't wish to be mentioned. There are those that use their personal vehicles as if it's the public transportation. And those that contribute generously whenever called upon. And all those that play their role in whatever way they can. I want them to know the entire executive appreciate and thank them and thank everyone for their continued steadfast support. Because without you all, delegated responsibilities will be impossible to accomplish. So guys, continue to persevere. Let those who labor hold the rein. There is a traditional saying that Rome was not built in a day. So the word is patience. Gentlemen, I trust you all will have a pleasant day.
Thank you so very much, brother.
Have a wonderful day too.
Yes, indeed. And folks, just a note from Monday, our format will change slightly. From Monday, definitely our format will change slightly. Yes, callers will still get the opportunity to call in and everything. But our format, how the program is structured, will be changing as of Monday. Yeah, we've said that a few times before and you realize we maintain. No, this Monday, we're changing the format slightly. We're not extending the time, but the format will be changed slightly. Also, there's a high possibility you'll be hearing us a couple other places. Yeah, right? Nice. 440-7377
and 347-329-3101.
My name is Sheldon Scott. I have no middle name, just Sheldon Scott. Yeah. I live at Frequente, St. George, or you can find me at my workplace, which is right here in HARDTALK, and we're up at Mount Helicon. Don't go and look in River Road at City Sound for me. Up in Mount Helicon. All right. So NDC, when you're ready to sue me for what I just said, I'm telling you where to find me, because I'd love to meet you all in court and discuss that one. We're going to see who go get embarrassed. Yeah? Meet me in court on that one. I'm sending out the challenge to you all to sue me.
I hear, boy, from the grapevine.
There's Grenada, we don't have grapevine. We have pumpkin vine.
No, we have grapevine.
Oh, yeah.
Zet, good morning.
Yeah, that one or two grape and
Yeah, Zet and real nice grape too, you know. But anyhow, I hear from that grapevine, Papa. The goodly lady that used to be on a particular talk show on a Sunday. Boy, I hear she complaining how NDC treating her bad. They throw her under the bus and they that. Ooh. Imagine that. Jeez. I thought there was what you call it, fireproofed. I thought they were fireproof.
Don't know why all it doesn't let sleeping dogs lie. Leave sleeping dog, let it lie.
Oh God.
The dog and rubber teeth wouldn't bite you. Yes, into the final 10 minutes of today's program. Let me repeat it again. Yeah. There is a certain individual, within the NDC. And during the period of the NDC being in office, they approached GPG, asking GPG to go to court and lie and say that Gregory Boyne asked for a bribe. Yeah?
Wow. Imagine what men will do. Good morning and welcome.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, my friend.
How are you guys?
Oh, we're fine.
I'm just calling to find out that you have a place there down by this bus stop by CK's down there. They're doing a building down there. I don't know if they could ask somebody who in charge of that, doing that building, if they could bar around like the top by the bus stop, because you standing there waiting for the bus and all the stuff where they walking coming up.
Oh, it blowing onto people?
Yeah, it's blowing on people.
I know what you're talking about.
Mr. Scott, you live down that side.
Yes, I'm seeing the work, but I didn't know that happening.
Yeah, by the CK's building there. If they could just bar around the top side where the bus stop is up there, because you're standing there for the bus and all the stuff blowing.
Yeah, that is not good.
If they could take some fly and bar around to the top part.
I think that would have to be done, because if it's blowing up to the people on the bus stop, eventually going to blow onto the vehicles that passing, and that could cause a problem.
Yeah, so I feel they should bar up there.
Okay. All right, my dear.
Yeah.
I'm going to pass the message on to the relevant people.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
I'm not sure who is doing the construction, if it's CKs themselves or somebody else.
Very good
but
observation.
If that is happening, it is something that we need to talk to them about.
Because one, it's a health hazard, right? And it's close to a bus stop, as she said. And that's unacceptable. That's a public space. You can't have things, interrupting the free flow of our pedestrians and our citizens and so.
So, fellow Grenadians, we like you all to open your minds and to think. And just remember that for 4 years, 7 months and 11 days, or 241 weeks, 1,687 days, 1,205 weekdays, or 4.62 years, the National Democratic Congress was in charge of this country.
Yes, the coffers, the executive, everything.
And all the documentation in relation to everything that was signed by the former New National Party administration, including the deal with Global Petroleum.
Nothing in disappear. We come and meet everything there.
Because you know what a scandal it would have been. You know the noise that would have been made. You know the parliament sittings that would have been held, the public meetings, and the radio and TV programs that would have taken place had that document not been where it was supposed to be.
And you know that was one of the first documents, right, that was looked for in entering in government in 2008. That GPG deal, they wanted to put their hands on it so they can find something to
Devon,
prosecute or whoever.
Devon, I sure you was there when they hold the meeting down in Red Cross and a certain man come in front and say that how they have all the evidence to lock up Gregory Boyne and them. Just how long that was after the election? Not the same week, a week or two after or something?
No, about a month. Was July.
Who was the man that come and say that he have all the evidence? Don't afraid to say. Who was the man that come and say he have all the evidence to lock up Gregory Boyne and Keith Mitchell? Was it a former political leader of the party? Devon ain't talking. All right. Let me see who I get to tell me that. Let me see who I can get to tell me that, boy. My partner in library.
Yes.
My partner in library. I know you're listening. You're killing yourself laughing. I know you're listening. Give me a call.
Lord.
No, Grenadian, seriously. Here are some people who had access to a document, who kept that information in the document secret, and are now coming to tell you that other people had the document and the other people didn't give you the information. So the other people bad. When they did the exact same thing, they had the document. They had all the documents with the signatures, everything, total access to it. They didn't get piece, and not the other piece. They get the whole thing. They were the government of Grenada.
And
GPG had to deal with them at the point in time, so they had everything. No excuse.
You know what I'm surprised about? Right? With all these statements being made by Claudette and Uga, but you're not hearing nothing from the former Prime Minister, Honorable Tillman Thomas, the former political leader, recent political leader, right, Nazim Buck. You're not hearing nothing from them, and those two gentlemen were the two key players when it comes to that document with GPG, One was a prime minister who was all big and bad about transparency and accountability and everything like that, although he ain't accounting for himself and so. And then you had the one who was the finance minister who was eager to put his hand on that document, so somebody could get jailed.
How come they never come out and say they don't find the document? So that means they had the document.
They had the document.
So why now they're doing like they never had it and they never see what they... If another organization had come out and say that, I might understand. Not the NDC.
But you see, that shows you too,
Not the NDC.
It's deliberate, It's deliberate because one side of the NDC trying to say something to make people feel... to make the others feel bad. They cleaning house.
They cleaning house, I tell you. They're calling the herd.
Yes, they cleaning house.
They are calling the herd.
Desperate move. They clear.
The NDC is making sure that nobody, Philip Alexander, watch yourself. They are making sure that nobody who was involved in governance during that period, 2008 to 2013, remains in the organization. They want to rebrand themselves as the new NDC.
Well, yes.
Well, that's why Claudette looking for leadership.
You see the ad on Facebook?
Yeah, Claudette looking for leadership.
But remember, and that
technical man, you don't have it. Next thing people say we lying. Yeah? We have 3 minutes. You can't pull the image across and show it.
That ad don't you mention
Uga
at all, you know. Imagine Claudette, and both of them was pushing all this here, and 2 of them. Now she gone alone. So that's people saying about 3 wings. We had 4 wings in the party.
But they have more wing than a fowl cup.
Chicken wings.
Yeah, they have more wing than a fowl cup.
I know a fowl has 2 wings.
They have more wing than a fowl cup.
That a fowl have 4 wings.
For political leader, the one for political leader, I can't see. Yeah, man, my eyes ain't good enough. I can't see from quite here.
The same one. Yeah.
Even with my glasses, I can't see. I need to change my glasses. You understand? The boy getting old. Yeah.
Put up big Claudette Joseph for leader of NDC.
Send it over.
Wow.
Next thing people think we lying.
That's no coincidence.
We ain't lying. We know we're talking the truth. We don't lie over here. We tell you the truth.
We have no need to lie. But the facts are there.
Before the time is over, Devon, I need to commend somebody I saw doing some wonderful work over the weekend. I need to commend Senator Andre Lewis. Outside of the community work he was doing over the weekend. Even taking time off from that community work to go out there and defend workers' rights.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? And Senator Lewis, I'll say this, if I have to be represented by a union right now, I can guarantee you it will be Tau.
Tau.
And if I have to get anybody to fight a battle for me as a worker, if I really can't get Chester Humphrey, I'm taking Andre Lewis any day. If I can't get one, I want the other. That's the only 2 people. Because see, the guy in the teacher here waste our time. Them rest of the waste our time. LL and R, joke. Joke. If I have to get anybody to fight a battle for me, I want Andre or I want Chess. One or the other.
Senator Andre Lewis cut out of the revolutionary cloth, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, people-oriented, workers-oriented.
There's a situation we go talk about after. I ain't feel like talking about it on air yet. But I'll say that he is a serious.
He's a full-blown.
As I always say, I'm a trade unionist at heart. I may not agree with Senator Lewis. I may not agree with any Senator Lewis or LL or RI. I may not agree with them on many things from time to time. But at heart, I'm a trade unionist. I believe in trade unions. I believe in workers' rights and that sort of thing. And in fact, I believe that tomorrow we may take a little bit of time after the post-cabinet to let you know about workers' rights and that kind of thing. Because a lot of workers don't know things like every worker is entitled to a 15-minute tea break in the morning. If you're working until 6, you have to get a second tea break somewhere to the middle of that you're entitled to 1 hour lunch, that you are entitled to sick leave, and during that period of time, during pregnancy, and you can't be fired because you're pregnant or sent home because you're pregnant or sent home because you're sick and you're pregnant and you can't work, people can't send you home. There are various things that a lot of workers don't know. And I think, especially with this week being International Workers' Day / May Day / Labor Day, as different people call it, I think it's important for us to let people know a bit about their rights and so. For a lot of the workers to know their rights. So you're putting it up first before we go, bro? You throw it up there? Nice. Yeah, let people see. It's not we say. It's not we alone. And y'all feel we joking and we saying things and we can't prove it.
We don't lie.
All you, boy.
We don't lie at all.
Yeah, we don't lie.
You see it up there?
Yeah.
But check who she's sporting with, eh?
Yeah. But looking to see who some of the people that like the page.
Yeah. And call out the name, you know.
Yeah.
Don't afraid.
I see that Lindsay there. Don't worry. I know Joel and them. I'll check it just now. Don't take it down, you know. We don't see the page already. So don't try and take it down now, you know, all you. All right, we don't see the page. Folks, that's all the time.
C. Joseph for leader of NDC.
Folks, that's all the time we have for Hard Talk today. It's been wonderful being here with you. And we'll be back tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow we're going to have the post-cabinet press briefing first, and then we're going to go into the program. We always like to let you know, in case you tune in, you find you hearing other people talking and you know what's going on. Post-cabinet, and then we'll get into the discussion tomorrow. And remember, when the individuals from the NDC come up and start talking about this thing, just remind them that they had an opportunity to expose it to the Grenadian people.
Oh, yes. Why did they hide it? Why did they hide it?
Then they know talking about bringing court case and all. And all your bunks your head. Mentally, are you okay? Something had to be wrong with you, bringing a case and all kind of thing. Why you just ask the people and them who was in charge of your party? Well, you're not really in charge of your party, you're just holding on.
Uga, sorry for you.
Yeah.
And Uga just come too. Don't think you see what going on with you.
NDC have more wing than a foul farm. Anyway, that's all the time we have for Hard Talk today. It's been wonderful being here with you. And everything you say and do it safe and secure. We want to be speaking to and with you.
Not about you.
We were here. Remember, the Spice Master launch is coming up this Saturday. All roads lead to the Grenada National Stadium.
Yep.
The eyes of the world are on us more than ever. So let's take it to them. Saturday, May 4th, the Spice Mass Corporation launches Spice Mass 2019. The Caribbean's biggest summer festival. This year's launch starts with a roadshow from Ariza Copper to the National Stadium from 3 p.m. Bring out your last year's costume and join the parade. It's one big experience with a display of fancy math, traditional math, Moko Jambi, and the most envied Jab Jab. The official opening is at the National Stadium, featuring your favorite soca artists and DJ, Calypso Monarch, Steel Pan champions, and presentations of the 2019 Carnival Queen contestants, plus displays of 2019 costumes, SMC show tickets, and other attractions to be won. Saturday, May 4th, the National Stadium, the launch of Spice Mass 2019. Bring out the entire family. Log on to SpiceMassGrenada.com for more.
On Friday, May 10th, the most anticipated food and drink event is upon us again as the RGPF Police Week Comedy presents Food Fest 2019. Pearl's Strip is the venue as the clubs of the RGPF join forces with the Grenada Customs, Her Majesty's Prison, and the Grenada Airports Authority, and will all compete for culinary supremacy. From 12 midday, food goes on sale. Each participating club will prepare and present a variety of local dishes, which will be judged and critiqued based on taste, presentation, use of ingredients, and applied knowledge. I'm telling you, these guys and girls could cook. And as evening simmers in, the action gets turned up with music, top DJs, artists, live band, queen and king contestant appearances. Food Fest 2019, Pearl's Strip, Friday, 10th May. The perfect family event.